Hello and welcome. We're going to dive into something that I think so many of us feel, but really struggle to put a finger on. How in the world do you find spiritual peace and growth when life feels like it's just turned up to maximum volume? We're going to look at a resource that's designed to answer that exact question. Okay, let's get into it.
So, to really get this, we have to set the scene. A lot of people of faith right now feel like they're living in what you could call a spiritually drained world. It's the reality of modern life that we're all trying to figure out.
I mean, does this question hit home for you? That feeling that the world is just constantly shouting for your attention, making it almost impossible to hear that quieter, deeper voice inside?
And this noise, it comes from everywhere, doesn't it? The constant ping of notifications on your phone, the weight of deadlines at work, a million little distractions, and of course, the endless scroll. It's an absolute barrage that can leave your soul feeling totally exhausted and just disconnected.
And this, right here, this captures the conflict perfectly. You're spiritually hungry, you have this real desire for a deeper faith, to connect with God, but the practical reality of our lives just gets in the way. You want to grow, but man, the idea of adding one more thing to your to-do list, it's just exhausting to even think about.
So where do you go from there? Well, it leads to a search, right? A search for a different way, for a simpler path to connect with God that doesn't feel like another heavy burden.
And this quote, wow, it just reframes the entire goal, doesn't it? It suggests that spiritual growth isn't supposed to be about obligation or just ticking a box. It should be about finding something restorative, like that feeling of finally coming home after a long, hard day.
This is the big question. What if the depth and richness of faith weren't locked away by hours and hours of study that, let's be honest, most of us just don't have? What if it could be woven right into the fabric of our already crazy busy lives?
Well, that question leads us directly to the solution we're looking at today. And it's not framed as just another app or another channel, but as something more, like a spiritual companion for your daily walk.
So, what is it exactly? Well, ChristianHub is a YouTube channel and a totally free app. And its entire purpose is to deliver powerful, soul-impacting content in these little bite-sized pieces, the kind you can actually fit into the small gaps in your day. And this right here, this is the key. The whole promise is that you don't need a whole hour. You just need 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes on your commute, during a coffee break, or while you're doing the dishes. It makes it so much more accessible.
Okay, so we've got the what and the why. So now let's dig into how this all actually works. Like, what kind of content are we really talking about here?
The content is built on a foundation of absolute giants in Christian thought. We're talking the timeless, deep wisdom of authors like C.S. Lewis, A.W. Tozer, and Oswald Chambers. ChristianHub basically takes their profound books and distills the absolute core messages for you.
And here's how you get it. On the YouTube channel, you'll find these great video summaries of powerful books breaking down deep truths into language we can all understand. But then there's the free app. It has all of that, plus a ton of exclusive stuff like podcast-style lectures, daily devotionals you can listen to or read, and even curated playlists on topics like inner healing or finding your identity.
And here's a really important part. It is 100% free. No subscriptions, no hidden paywalls, no distractions. The whole point is to make it accessible, to remove any barrier that might stop someone from jumping in.
So let's shift gears a little bit. We've talked about the features, but what about the actual impact? Because, the goal isn't just to consume content. It's to experience real, genuine growth through small, consistent steps. See, this isn't about just stuffing your head with more knowledge. The entire design is aimed at helping you live a better, more centered life, to feel connected to God right in the middle of your real, everyday circumstances.
So what does that transformation actually look like? Well, the idea is that these small daily inputs start to cause these really tangible shifts. You start to feel more centered in the middle of all the chaos. You feel more peaceful in your spirit. And you become more aware of God's presence throughout your entire day, not just in those few quiet moments you might get.
And you can see this in the real-world results. People are reporting that they feel more grounded, less anxious, and that they have a greater sense of purpose. I mean, that's a kind of change that goes way beyond just watching a video.
And this brings us right back to that core idea we talked about. When spiritual practice starts to feel like rest, it becomes something you want to do, not something you feel like you have to do. It shifts from obligation to total refreshment.
And all of this leads to the final piece of the puzzle, an invitation. The idea isn't just that you download an app by yourself. It's that you join a whole community of people on the very same journey.
This is about being part of a conscious choice. You're joining a growing movement of believers who are intentionally choosing depth over the shallowness of distraction and timeless truth over all the temporary noise of the world. There's something really powerful in that shared purpose.
So, how do you begin? It could not be simpler. It's just 2 steps. First, tap the subscribe button here so you never miss a new video. And second, download the free ChristianHub app from the App Store or Google Play to unlock all that exclusive content. It's designed to be as easy as possible.
So, are you ready to start? This is a final, warm invitation. The whole point is that this isn't a journey you have to take alone. It's about walking this path together.
And there you have it, the entire concept all boiled down to one single promise. ChristianHub, 10 minutes to a deeper walk with Jesus. It's a really compelling idea for anyone who feels spiritually hungry, but just practically overwhelmed. So it leaves us with a question, right? In an age of constant distraction, could these small, consistent moments actually be the most powerful path back to peace?